Hello, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about the cellular adaptation. The meaning of the cellular adaptation means the cell, due to the some environmental influence, will lead to adapt and survive. In cell biology and pathophysiology, cellular adaptation refers to changes made by a cell in response to adverse or varying the environmental changes. The environmental changes will lead to a response as an adaptation. Adaptation can be pathological, abnormal, physiological, normal, or normal to abnormal. In this video, we will understand about the all type of the cellular adaptation, and we will learn about the tumor formation. So first of all, we will learn about the how cellular adaptation can occur. This is a cell contain DNA. DNA control the whole cell. Whenever the sunlight, chemicals, radiation, food, and drugs, which that is important influencer of the DNA, and to the DNA will change the DNA will lead to change the production of proteins, and that proteins will be change the whole cell structure. Let's understand about the morphological. The morphological means the change of the shape of the cell. Morph means shape. This is the bigger cell. The bigger cell is the best example is the bigger muscle is lead to atrophy, and this is the type of atrophic cell. In this way, the atrophy can be reversible, and the shrinkage of the cell due to the less exercise or other things, and this will lead to again reverse when we will stimulate again exercise. Hypertrophy means the shrink cell due to the less exercise will stimulate more exercise, and the growth hormone as well as estrogen is the hormonal stimulation will lead to hypertrophy. The cell size will be increased. For example, the uterine hypertrophy, it is due to the exercise and food influence. The uterine hypertrophy, and during the pregnancy, endometriosis and bronchitis, which that will lead to hypertrophy, and this hypertrophy can be beneficial or harmful. Like the growth of the muscle is beneficial, while the endometriosis and bronchitis is harmful. Hyperplasia is the different type. In this way, the cell proliferation, and the cell proliferation, the hyperplasia is the irreversible due to the stimulation of the UV radiation, chemicals, or other radiation, and it is irreversible, and it is stimulated due to the chemical, electrical, environmental, or epigenetic mutation. This will lead to hormonal estrogen uterine cell also change, and hyperplasia will occur. The compensatory endometriosis also trigger the hyperplasia. This hyperplasia means the cell is the same, but the number of the cell will increase. This is known as the hyperplasia. This is the due to the organ regenerate. This organ degenerate, and this organ degeneration, the epithelium in the gastrointestinal tract can be possible. The drug addiction like smoking will trigger the liver to the hepatocyte hyperplasia, or bone marrow hyperplasia in the stem cell of the bone marrow will be increased. On the other hand, the smooth muscle and the allergens and food will stimulate the smooth muscle of the gastrointestinal tract, will lead to vasculitis and diarrhea. But the vasculitis in the also the blood circulatory system. The adipocyte is due to the obesity will lead to increase the hyperplasia, increase the number of the adipose tissue. The metaplasia is the changes of the whole morphological cell. The morphs of the cell, the shape of the cell will change, and it is reversible but sometimes irreversible. And stem cells connective tissue can be contain cilia, and this cilia will remove and the mucus producing non-ciliated cell formation after the proliferation to produce mucin. The best example is the bronchial cells will produce this mucus, as well as the Barrett's esophagus. The protection against the acid reflux disease. Acid reflux disease, I have a video, you can watch that. Anyhow, let's understand about this is the metaplasia. Meta means many type of the cell. It means the different shape of the cell, the different physiological changes of the cell. While the hyperplasia is the function same, but the metaplasia is the different function will occur. After the cell differentiation, dysplasia is referred to abnormal changes in cellular shape, size, and or organization. It is not a true adaptation, rather it is thought to be related to hyperplasia and is sometimes called atypical dysplasia. Include cervical and respiratory epithelium. Development of cancer like breast cancer is due to the dysplasia. It is reversible if stress not persistent, and the irreversible carcinoma formation when the inflammation chronically. Anyhow, let's understand about the dysplasia, how it can occur, and it is reversible or irreversible, but mostly irreversible because some can be apoptosis will occur if the irreversible. If the chronic inflammation will lead to cause cancer. This is the external factor, the DNA, which that change will lead to change of the dysplasia is the large, small or shrink cell condition will lead to carcinoma formation. This carcinoma is the stage 2, 3 and 4. This fourth stage is the malignant or benign tumor. But stage 2, 3 and 4 for the cancer, but the benign tumor is harmless as compared to the malignant, because malignant tumor is the progression of the cancer. The tumor formation occur whenever the external stimuli like the external factors which that change the and disturb the DNA of the cell will lead to external factor to trigger it to the DNA changes and will lead to hypertrophic hyperplasic cell formation. This will lead to metaplasia and dysplasia formation, and benign or malignant tumor localized and displaced to other non-cancerous or cancerous. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, like and share. See you in the next video for this time. Bye.